Good morning, dear students. I'm Professor K. Mageshwari, Department of English, KCS Kasinadar College of Arts and Science. In literary criticism, so far we have seen about Aristotle, Sidney, and Johnson, and in this video we are going to talk about the Romantic poets, especially about Wordsworth. So, before getting into Wordsworth, we will know about Aristotle. So, Aristotle talks about nature of literature. Sidney talks about literature itself. Johnson talks about the individual writer, otherwise individual writer's work. After Samuel Johnson, there was a huge gap in the literary arena, especially in the field of criticism. So, there we can have the Romantic poets. So, there are four great Romantic poets. One is Wordsworth, Coleridge, Keats, and Shelley. So, these four writers, however, they were poets, they were critics also. They were critics even for their own work. Now, let us get into Wordsworth's Preface to Lyrical Ballads. Preface to Lyrical Ballads, which was written by Wordsworth in the year 1800. Actually, it was a discussion which held between Wordsworth and S.T. Coleridge. Both of them were associate as well as they were complementary to each other. We cannot separate the viewpoint of even these two. And actually, this preface to Lyrical Ballads was written as a preface to the work called Lyrical Ballads, which was written by Wordsworth. So, the poetic work called the Lyrical Ballads, which was published in the year 1798, but preface to the Lyrical Ballads was produced only in the 1800. Why the preface came later? There is a point that lyrical ballads had been met with so much of confusion among the readers as well as among the critic. So, in order to give a clear cut idea about his own poetic work, Wordsworth wanted to produce Preface to Lyrical Ballads so that it came out as a successful critical work in the year 1800. Actually, this book, which means Preface to Lyrical Ballad, it has the combination of high literature as well as popular literature. So, what do you mean by high literature? High literature, it is nothing but the language, otherwise the poetic language, which has got its own high quality, which means the normal layman cannot understand the poetic language, so that we can call this as an high literature. And popular literature, why do we call this preface to lyrical ballads as a popular literature? Since it contains lyrical ballads constructed on the model of the popular oral words of ordinary country people, which means, so which is popular among the people is considered as always a special one, so that it contains a preface to lyrical ballads contains both high literature and popular literature. High literature talks about the poetic language, which is so much of decorative, and the popular literature talks about the poetic language, which is so normal, which is so simple, even the layman can understand it very easily. The original readers of lyrical ballads also disliked the abandonment of conventions of verbal decorum. These conventions had imposed a high degree of artificiality on poetic language, and it make it as a difference as possible from the language of ordinary everyday speech. So, the language of lyrical ballads is completely possessing artificiality, which is not at all liked by the readers. So that preface to lyrical ballad tends to give a simplified language, so that we can use the term again, high and popular literature. As the language of lyrical ballads was completely disliked by the readers, there was a need for Wordsworth to write it in a simplified language while he wrote his own preface to lyrical ballad. So he wanted to overthrow all the highly compressed form of grammar, syntax, as well as he wanted to use only the ordinary language. So the discussion which he had with S.T. Coleridge helped him to bring out a great critical work called Preface to Lyrical Ballads. So he wanted to give very much important to the normal language, otherwise ordinary language, So these two great ambitious poets, that is our own S.T. Coleridge as well as William Wordsworth, they wanted to avoid the conventions of diction and the verbal structure which has been ruling the poetic genre for so many years or so many centuries. So thus this book, which means the book called Preface to Lyrical Ballad, has become a significant one in literary theory for so many years. And what is the main aspect which we have to derive out of this own book, which means the writer has become very much logic and he is using his own rationale to criticize about his own poetic work, which means the poet was not at all satisfied with the poetic language of his own work called the lyrical ballad. So he wanted to produce a critical work in the name of Preface to Lyrical Ballad. So, this book also anticipates the issues of great interest to contemporary critical theory, such as the relationship between poetic language and ordinary language. Because always it was expected poetic language should be a superficial one, otherwise should be an artificial one. And this book breaks the norm that the poetic language can be a normal language, but it may have some sort of a popularity, so that we can call the relationship between high literature and popular literature is very much important while anybody writes poetry. And the relationship between literature and other kinds of writing should be made very clear.